at it again. Season 2 bonus episode, aka The Flash. Here we go. I'm one of your co-hosts, Daniel Perez.
And I am Messi Morales, and we are your unqualified heroes.
If you have not seen The Flash, and we're talking about the one that just came out, not the CW, then please do not watch any further. Messi, your iconic line.
You have been warned.
You have been warned. There you go. So if you're listening and you're like, oh, well, you say spoilers, you can suck our nuts. So basically, we're going to be going into depth, full spoilers of The Flash. We all saw it last night. And what do you mean we all? It's just both of you. It's not just both of us. We got guests from the Nerddosepodcast, Zach and Kyle.
Whoa, what's up,
hello,
guys?
Hello.
Great to be
thank
here.
you.
Very excited to talk about the greatest comic book movie of all time.
Greatest comic book movie of all time. Quoted from Tom Cruise and seemingly everyone else.
Oh, God.
So, Zach, Kyle, it is an honor to have you guys on our show. Just tell our audience a little bit about you guys.
Zach, you want to take it away?
Sure. Yeah, Kyle and I are a couple of pharmacy students. We host our podcast, the Nerddosepodcast. Talk about movies, do kind of fun segments and whatnot. But yeah, kind of like the rest of the other film podcasts out there.
Hopefully we're different that we're pharmacy, but I don't know if that cares or not.
Yeah, that's it makes us stand out from everyone else.
Yeah.
You guys are
We like drugs,
smarter,
but legally.
so if you need a plug, you go to them. That's all I gotta say there.
Maybe.
that unofficial statement. Do not. So yeah, all four of us just saw The Flash yesterday at the time of this recording, and well, we all got opinions. I don't know what any of our opinions are except mine, because none of us talked about it. So this is unscripted. Who knows what's gonna happen? Messi might. I don't know. I was gonna say something stupid, but I couldn't think of anything. I was gonna say Messi might lose a toe or something, but I don't know. So, The Flash. Before we go any deeper into like what this movie actually embodied, what is like your just quick spoiler free, it could be spoiler filled, whatever it is, reaction in a couple sentences. I'll start with you, Zach, here at the top.
Sounds good. All right, so I'm kind of mixed feelings on this movie. I thought the editing was all over the place. There were a lot of quick, random cut shots. The CGI was wonky. I'm sure we'll all probably touch on that one for sure. That's going to be a big topic. But overall, still pretty decent. There were some fun moments. I wish the dramatic moments hit a little bit harder for me. Made me want to go rewatch the season 1 finale of The Flash.
100, yeah. Made me think about that too. Kyle.
Yeah, CGI, first off, I'm mixed. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. Storyline itself, don't know how I feel about that as well, because they are essentially mimicking previous storylines from other Flash movies. So, yeah, it was done. That's all I can think of.
It's a movie.
It was a movie.
It was a movie.
You're right.
A very popcorn movie. Yeah.
Messi.
Yeah.
Okay. When I was watching the first scene when the Flash was in the hospital, and I was like, damn, we are actually watching this Flash movie. It's been, a decade since they announced this movie. And I was like, that realization of, like, we're finally watching it. And it didn't live up to it. The disappointment was there. But it was a good movie. That's all I'm saying right now. As a big disappointment, but a good movie at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The Flash is my arguably my second favorite character of all time behind Spider-Man. I really love Spider-Man. I loved CW Flash up until
Yes.
everything happened, but until it went down. But at its peak, it was like I was about this show. I was watching it when it premiered on cable, back when cable was a thing. So it was like I was all up on it. I love The Flash, and like Messi said, we've been waiting ages for this movie. So to actually like sit down, hear all these celebrities talking about The Flash, so hyped up. We really haven't heard other movies like that getting hyped up, at least in the comic book genre. So it was like, whoa, okay. And these aren't even comic book actors that are talking about this movie. So I was like, okay, this might be for real. And I sat down, I went through the film, and I was just like, I didn't have necessarily I didn't have any specific expectations for the movie, but I still had high expectations because of the surrounding people talking about it. And I finished the movie and I was like, it was just aight. It was just aight. Like, it was nothing special. And it was kind of disappointing in that, because of this, I guess, quote unquote hype around the movie. And it was just like, it's just okay. It was just an okay film. And it was sad.
It was sad. It's very sad to say that this could be the last movie of the quote-unquote Zack Snyder universe. And starting with Men of Steel, people say that's one of the best comic book movies.
No.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's better than
It's
okay, but
it's
so not.
From all the Zack Snyder movies, I think Men of Steel is one of the best ones, but but ending it with Ezra Miller as the Flash in this movie, why push it? They could have done
We
it
got
with
catfished.
We did get catfish.
We got catfish.
that was a genuine catfish.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was so hyped for this movie last night. Like you said, 10 years, we had the entire show of seasons, or what is it, 9 seasons of The Flash premiere before this movie ever finished. So the hype was there. There were so many reshoots, and this is what we get. Like, for being 10 years in production, how did the CGI look as bad as it did? It looked like a PlayStation game.
It did. It was unbelievable, which we're definitely going to talk about in a second. But before that, well, I already lost my train of thought, so I'm just going to have to go into somewhere. I was definitely going to say something. Don't remember what it was. I guess we're talking about CGI. So CGI, it will come back to me later on. I saw a quote before the movie, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts about this. This was from the director, Andy Muschietti. I don't really know how you say his last name, but he was like, oh, the bad CGI that you're seeing, it was on purpose. This was before the movie, like on premiere night, basically. And it was like, it was on purpose. And he specifically talked about that baby scene that we see in the beginning of the movie that I know everyone that saw the movie had thoughts about. And I just like, is that a cop-out? What do you guys think?
I think it is. It has to be a cop-out.
Bullshit.
It's major. It's major bullshit, major excuses. He knew himself going in, it's like releasing this movie. I am gonna get crap because of the CGI. Let me do a boycott, do something to save my side of it. And then he just tweeted that message literally the day the movie comes out, so save his ass. It was trash. It was very bad. It was very bad.
If it was
He
legit,
just pulled that out of his ass.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
so
he did.
stupid.
Yeah.
if it was legit, he would have dropped it a few days or weeks or something. Give the audience a warning. No,
Yeah.
he released it the
Yep.
day of.
I was like, huh. Well, because I remember watching, seeing that tweet before the movie. I was like, oh, maybe it will be kind of what he said, like this weird visual effect type of thing. Not necessarily bad CGI, but just some weird visual effect. And not even 10, 15 minutes into the movie, I was like, oh, I see.
That's what he's talking about.
That's what he's talking
This is the
about.
bad one.
That's what it's talking about.
That's just straight up bad. There's nothing weird about it. I was just, ugh. It's disgusting.
There were scenes outside of the Flash the Speed Force, when he wasn't saving people or whatever, that were just like that were bad. Like when he's screaming up at Bruce Wayne.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Oh, his mouth
Yeah.
dropped an entire foot. Like, where did that come from?
It looked like Scream
I
I
6
think the whole
or
Chrono
something.
Bowl itself was weird itself. It was, ugh. I didn't like the Chrono Bowl theory or even the CGI itself with that was just not.
Everything in
Pleasant.
that realm was just like it was so animated. It was bothersome to look at because you're like, we're in 2023, my guy. What are you doing?
Yeah, I
We
think
have better animation.
we do have.
And
a
it
lot
was.
of better
This is
animation.
coming just after watching Spider-Verse, which is arguably the best animation
We have higher
ever
expectations.
made in a movie. And so I think that's what makes it even worse because that was literally the movie I saw after Spider-Verse. I haven't seen a movie since Spider-Verse because obviously it just came out. So I was like, oh my god, this is just after watching this is just not good.
I have a theory. I don't know. This me just thinking right now. I think with all the problems that was going on with the movie and with Ezra Miller and then all the delays and whatever, I think they just stopped fixing the CGI and they just like whatever, just release the movie how it is, and that's what we got. Like,
Unfortunately.
I mean, like who would have cared so much because James Gunn never stated that the movie will lead up to his universe that he's creating right now.
Yep.
So without him saying, "Oh, it's not gonna lead up to it," just like Shazam happened, it's not gonna lead up to it. It bombed. Black Adam, it bombed. So like with this movie, he couldn't really say that, but the director's like, I don't care no more. Probably the director knows this and the movie's not going forward anymore. Who will care about this movie? And I'm scared right now because he's directing Batman.
Yeah.
He's directing the new Batman
that's
movie.
big.
I'm scared now.
Yeah. I'm hoping that he has a better script and with James Gunn's help, like there
I
is some
think with
potential
James
there.
Gunn help, it could be better. But I mean, you're right because, but what you were saying regarding that it's not leading, it's true. It's not leading to the new universe because he said James Gunn said that Blue Beetle was the first character in his universe, but it's not the first movie in his universe, which is interesting. I don't know how you have a character but not a movie. But anyways, yeah, it's. You just didn't.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
It's just
What-
an thing right now.
the reason why I hate the baby scene so much isn't, well, the CGI, of course, but like we've seen that scene done hundreds of times, and we've seen it done better. So why introduce a scene that we've seen so many times before, like in X-Men? I mean, we've seen it in 2 movies. Again, looked so much better. So why not introduce, make something more unique, give us something different? I mean, in the Zack Snyder Justice League, he has an awesome scene where he's breaking rubble above people's
that's
heads.
a pretty cool scene.
One of the best
Something
scenes.
so different and so unique, and it looks like a thunderstorm. It looks so awesome. Like, why couldn't we get something like that?
Yeah, it's really weird to see kind of like this night and day difference, even though it's still the same character, still the same everything. But like you saw a big difference between kind of what you got in Zack Snyder's version versus what the product that was released to us.
Yeah,
Do you think the CGI was all previous from like 2014 and they haven't touched it since then?
probably.
Oh my gosh,
Probably.
That's my theory.
that would actually be really
Probably.
funny.
It looks like it. It 100% looks
Honestly,
like
think about it though.
Dude,
I have-
the CW Flash be looking
I was
just
gonna say CW
Back and
Flash
forth.
had less of a budget, and it kind of looked the same, or in some scenes even better. And I was like, "Whoa, what are we doing here?" Yeah, I know you got the budget, I know you got the money, even though DC is kind of broke. But I know you had the money for this specific film, and you didn't. What is the CJ? Whatever.
Didn't
He
do
covered
it
his
right.
butt. It is weird. But I remember what I was going to say earlier that I lost my train of thought is that the night before Wednesday, I watched it Thursday? Yeah, I watched it Thursday. So the night before on Wednesday, Messi had been hyping up the animated Flashpoint Paradox movie on HBO Max. Well,
yeah.
Max. And I was like, oh, I have never seen this. He's like, dude, you got to see it. He kept hyping it up. He talked about it the last episode, saying certain changes that happened in the Flashpoint there that he had theories on that I guess never came true. But so I was like, all right, I'll go watch this Flashpoint Paradox. This was amazing. This was like an hour and a half of pure amazingness. I was like, damn. And it was dark as hell. And so I was like, okay, if they do something similar to this, like this is gonna be kind of dope. No,
Yeah.
nothing similar to that.
Nothing.
No.
The only thing
played
that
more
they could have
comedic role
even
with it.
had, they could have simple things like you could have just made him Thomas Wayne. Boom, simple thing.
Yeah.
You could have
I would have loved that.
in the
I
post
would've
credit
loved
scene.
Thomas
Been
Wayne.
easier.
In the post credit scene
would've-
showing
yeah.
Arthur, you had already had Wonder Woman earlier on in the movie, so it's not like you couldn't do it again. In the post credit scene, you could have showed like Wonder Woman and Aquaman arguing or something like that because they have the whole war and the Flashpoint paradox. So it's like it's little things that you could have just put in that could have at least made it better to comic book fans, and they didn't do it. It's kind of sucked.
The thing is, I don't think this was after seeing the movie, now I think it's not a Flashpoint movie. But the Flashpoint movie, because what we saw in the animated movie and how we saw it on CW, he goes back in time and he's still on his timeline when he goes back to the future when he saves his mom and all that stuff. And here it didn't happen the same.
He went to a
He
new
went back in
branch.
time and he went to a whole different thing.
Well, they
He went to the Bucky
explain
Keaton
that
Batman
it's
movie.
different, and like they're like,
It-
I don't know if you guys saw that Endgame jab. I don't know. To me, that was an Endgame jab. They're like, oh, you might have seen a movie that explained it this way, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you mean Endgame?
Yep.
Yeah, and seeing all that stuff, and then I was lost. I was 100% lost. So why they're trying to mimic a Flashpoint movie and do it not a Flashpoint movie? Just call it a multiverse movie or something like that. That would have been make more sense if it's a multiverse movie, but not a Flashpoint movie. Like how they played it off that's gonna be.
We don't even
Isn't
need
Marvel
another
no-
multiverse.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Marvel more associated with multiverse though? So that's why they coined it.
I guess. Maybe they don't want to
Alright.
say the specific. It's like, oh, let me copy your homework, but don't use the same name. Don't use the same name. That's basically what they did.
I was gonna say James Gunn came out specifically and said these are like Elseworlds exist in his universe. That's how the Batman exists. That's
Yeah.
how like Harley Quinn show, the Superman Lois show exists. It makes sense. But why do we need a multiverse movie like another one? We just got one of the greatest multiverse movies
Exactly.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Everybody's doing
to
it.
the original. I don't know. I think it was a nostalgic grab or pull or hook or whatever you want to call it. One, bringing Michael Keaton back. That's just the biggest nostalgic moment. Seeing the '80s Batman on the big screen once again. Like probably we were not even born when the movie. I was not born when the movie came out.
Nope.
Seeing Michael Keaton on the big screen as Batman, come on, that's a dream come true. That would have been better as a Flashpoint. They should have done Thomas Wayne. It would have made so much sense. But
They didn't.
Didn't come
And-
it didn't. I was so
None of
disappointed.
our theories came true. He said Thomas
None.
Wayne. We said Henry Cavill would show up. I don't know why we
I
said
mean,
that, but
Oh.
well, he
Technically
showed
speaking-
up, kind of.
Technically speaking, he kind of
You
showed
could have
up.
done it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Could have shown up.
What other theories? We said reverse. I personally said that
Yeah.
the other Flash was going to be Reverse Flash. Didn't happen. I thought that would have been a cool, like, crazy reveal.
That would have been a Reverse Flash. Would have been a dope ass end credit scene.
Yeah.
Just
would've
show
been
him
awesome.
something. Like so far, either James Gunn is saving him for a future Flash movie.
That was honestly
But-
what I thought the post when the credits were rolling, I was like, oh, the post credit scene is going to be. For some reason, I just thought it was going to be Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was just like, oh, Reverse Flash is going to be the post credit scene, and then it just got Aquaman drunk, and I was like, this is the most pointless post credit scene. No, not the most pointless. You've seen some pretty pointless post credit scenes, but I don't know why everyone's doing
Yeah.
post credit scenes
it's
that are
up there.
pointless. Why make a post credit scene that's literally pointless?
Zero relation too, by the way. It was so random. Like we did not I don't get it. None of it was funny either. I was just mad that I waited 5 minutes
Yeah.
for some dumb
So
scene
many
like
dumb
this.
ones. It reminded me of Doctor Strange that had 2 post-credit scenes. One was a trailer that they released a week later, which, whatever. The second one was... I was like, why would you make a trailer? A trailer out of all post-credit scenes. You gotta be kidding me. And the second one was just Bill Murray. Was it Bill Murray? One of the actors that was like in the hot dog stand getting out of...
Oh no, it's not Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Whatever his name
It's
was.
like it's Sam Raimi's guy that he's on all his Sam Raimi movies. He's on all 3 Spider-Man
Yeah,
movies.
he's
Yeah,
always in
and
it.
he was just like...
That guy.
there for 2 seconds, and it's like, okay, this is pointless.
It's just the comedic relief scenes, which comedic relief post-credit scenes that they had to do with this.
It's
The whole movie
it's
was a whole comic
It's
relief.
pointless.
That's also a good point.
Like, there's no point. Why? Maybe,
I will
like you
say,
said, like,
I don't
we're
know.
here for nothing.
I don't know about you guys, but I found some of the humor actually pretty good in this movie.
I found it so.
There was some
of it,
humor.
yeah.
I was like, oh, this is actually kind of funny. I laughed, and I will say one thing that really annoyed me that I just wanted to blow my brains out and suck a toe. I don't know. I'm trying to think of horrible things. Was alternate Barry's laugh. Like the it was. I don't even know what it was. I hated it so much. I was like, please stop.
Zach, was it you that told me that the laugh sounds like Justin Bieber's laugh during one of the interviews?
No.
Like, I like that laugh.
I hate that laugh so much. I hated it.
I think the younger Reverse Flash, the younger Barry, the whole movie he was obnoxious. I didn't like the other younger version of him. Maybe I get it. We were 18 once and we were annoying, but now we're older. Now we see like a younger Surf. Like, dude, shut the hell up. You're so annoying, and it's yourself, but younger. But like, I didn't. The whole connection
Very
between them two
obnoxious.
is very obnoxious. The whole movie. It's like Danny said. Like every time he laughs, it's like, dude.
Yeah, they made our version of Barry look so mature because the other one was so immature.
That no 18-year-old acts like that, by the way, either. Like that couldn't be more unrealistic. That's like a 14-year-old.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's definitely younger age. But speaking of maturity, I don't know what you guys thought, but Bruce Wayne started hitting some bars, and I was like, whoa, when did Batman get mature all of a sudden? Because we never really seen that in live action, where he's like, oh, I don't know, he was just talking to Barry about all this like maturity right before he accidentally went back to the past. But I was like, dang, when Batman got mature all of a sudden, like so wise. He was so wise.
He got Alfred, so he got some Alfred wise in him.
I guess so.
I liked Ben Affleck in this.
Oh,
movie.
I loved
That's
him.
what I
I
was
was just so
I guess-
shook that he was so wise and like wiser than we seen him in previous films.
Yeah, because here he is in Justice League, like hating everyone.
I mean, like
He matured.
Yeah.
Aw.
and all three of his movies, that he's barely in it. But yeah, that's another point. We barely see Ben as Batman. So like seeing him do anything in any movies that we get to see him, it's like wow, majestic. Like I wish like they would have kept him. But like out of like all the Zack Snyder stuff, I think Ben was one of the best things that came out of it. I think he's one of the greatest Batmans that we got him so far because he's so comic book accurate in the sense like he's basically like a copy and paste of body figure because all we got is like a bunch of skinny Batmans. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that. Like Batman is pretty a 6 something. Like he's Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck embodies Batman. So like seeing him, it's like we're getting a live action Batman how it should look. And so far they're all the cast is getting mistreated and all that crap. But I want some Batfleck more. So like I want like apparently they were gonna do a show.
Yeah, they weren't they?
Yeah, with what's his name? With Deathstroke. I forgot his name, but
Joe Manganiello.
yeah, that guy.
Oh,
with
Joe
Joe.
Manganiello.
Yeah, they were gonna do a show with him. Like, oh, that would have been so cool. Just give it a Max. Max people will watch it. I will watch it.
You could give it to
But-
Max, but they're not going to give it
Just
to
give it a Max. They do it elsewhere.
They might cancel it.
They don't do it. They ain't gonna do
Yep.
shit.
They're not gonna do it,
They gotta treat it like Batwoman.
Oof.
dude. Oh my God.
Pretty much.
So
my
tragic.
Do you think like the original like cutscene at the end of this movie was supposed to be who was it? Michael Keaton and not George Clooney, setting up the Batgirl movie?
I didn't think about
That
that.
would have been interesting.
It would have been interesting.
Because he's
Right.
in like most of that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think
erased
better. It made more
Batgirl from my
sense.
mind. they used the Men in Black plan on me, and it all just forgot. But
Disrespected Brendan Fraser.
okay, another thing. I don't know if you guys have been following around social media where they're like, oh, the secret ending that no one has seen, that every premiere that you watch that's like weeks ahead of the actual release has an alternate ending because we're hiding the secret ending, and then that the only reason why they had one premiere so close to the actual release date was because they were hiding this secret ending. And I saw the secret ending, it was just George Clooney. I was like, bruh, that was what you were hyping up? That was pointless. That's just another cameo.
The thing
It was
is,
pretty great though.
hey, okay, seeing George Clooney, like, just like Michael Keaton and the big screen, like, again, I was not born for George Clooney's movies. So, like, it was great. But, come on, the secret ending, it was already announced that he was going to be in a movie, so I was just expecting him to show up any second now. But we're in the end, he hasn't shown up yet. I thought he was going to show up when all those planets, worlds, timeline, I don't know what it's called. Because multiverses. Just clashing together. I thought he was gonna show up there because the other Batman, the really really old Batman, Adam West Batman showed up and like a glimpse of it.
Yeah,
and he showed up.
There
there
was a tiny glimpse.
Yeah, like that was like the biggest disappointment because I wanted to see Adam West. Like he's a comedy Batman, so like I want to see comedy Batman. That was cool.
I thought we would see like Grant Gustin in that multiverse.
Dude, we got robbed.
I was hoping that. I was like, why didn't they show that?
Bro, they showed the wrong Jay Garrick too. They showed the evil Jay Garrick. I don't know why they would show the evil Jay Garrick.
They did
I
so
don't know
many
why.
things wrong.
That scene made me so mad. I love the cameos. Don't get me wrong, but we don't need Superman cameos. We need Flash cameos.
Right?
He has a Flash
That's
family.
all we need.
What the hell?
This man was Flash for 9 years and didn't show up in the Flash movie. What are you doing?
I get Nicolas Cage because that movie got scrapped like years ago.
The whole controversy.
Yeah, and then
God.
Nicolas Cage got his moment. He got to be Superman. Now he can die saying I was Superman.
He can die
He got
happy.
more
He
than
got
his.
happy
He
enough.
had too much screen time. You could have
had
cut half
too
of that
much.
screen
It was like
time
2
for
minutes.
Grant
Dude,
Gustin to
way
show up.
too many.
But instead, you wanted to
Way
show
too much.
Nicolas Cage's Superman for like what felt half the movie, just in that one scene.
They wanted to tickle the balls of everyone.
Yeah, for real.
Because they love Nick.
So annoying.
As soon as I saw that spider, it clicked immediately.
Oh.
And what was I forgot the really old Superman too. That the Wonder Woman
From like the 70s? or
Yeah,
something?
not Wonder Woman. Yeah, the Supergirl, the younger Supergirl showed up too.
Yeah,
Superwoman or
when they were
Superwoman,
together in the scene, like side by side.
That's not him. That was old footage from the movie that just put it on this movie. That's not. They didn't shut that. That was why, and they show a lot of the same footage
Old
too.
footage.
Just go watch your own movie. Don't put it on the new movie. Just put Grant Gustin. I think Grant Gustin.
That's all I wanted.
Grant Gustin in this movie would have beat every single cameo.
It would have.
except for George Clooney and Michael Keaton.
But
Tell me how they
You
would
think
get
another...
able.
Oh.
Tell me how they were able to get Ezra Miller on the show, but they couldn't do it for the
right?
movie.
Makes no sense.
It was dumb. I was gonna say, what do you if a cameo from the Flashpoint Paradox animation movie made an appearance? What would you think of that?
That would have been cool.
Like an animation format?
Yeah, just for shits and giggles.
That would have been cool. I would have. Maybe like.
I mean, they did that on with Beast. I don't know if you've seen the show the Teen Titans. Well, Titans on Max.
I've heard of it, but not watching it.
It sucks.
If
Don't
you look
watch
up on yeah, it sucks. If you just
but you
look
can
up
find the clip. You can find the clip on
Yeah.
YouTube.
the Beast Boy scene the Flashpoints. He literally just does the same thing that Flash did on this movie. And
Oh, really?
They show a lot of multiverse stuff, and then there's a glimpse of Beast Boy as the Teen Titans go. It's just for a second.
Oh, him?
Yeah, like he
Yeah,
sees
yeah.
like humans. He just sees himself, but that could have been cool. Like you said, that could have been cool. Like on here, like see the Flash animated or like the actual Flashpoint or Reverse Flash animated version.
Any version.
That would have been so
That would have
cool.
been cool.
They fell flat.
But we did get good cameos and good characters in this movie. One of those characters being Supergirl. to me, Supergirl kind of stole the film as far as like all the ensemble of cast that they had. Like, she killed it, honestly. I don't know what you guys thought. What do you guys think of Supergirl?
I have a new crush.
Messi was fantasizing. He literally called me. He's like, "Yep, I don't." He was telling me things
Damn.
I didn't want to hear.
Let me pull up her filmography.
Where was she in? What movie was she from?
He's like,
Need to
"What's
watch
the
all of
next
them."
movie I can see that she's in?" I was like, "Okay."
James
Supergirl or
Gunn needs
not.
to bring her back.
Do you think that she'll
I-
be in for future films? Because Supergirl is one of the projects that James Gunn wants to continue, but is it going to be her?
I hope so
She
because
killed it.
okay. So the Michael Keaton universe is quote unquote Elseworld. So they could
Something like that.
they could still use characters from Elseworld on his stuff, just not Ezra Miller, because Ezra Miller is technically speaking from the main DCEU. So, if it's her, I'll buy my ticket right now.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say she's young. She's an upcoming actress. We've seen her play a dark Supergirl. Like,
Yeah.
it couldn't be more perfect. And James Gunn mentioned it's gonna be a dark
Yeah.
Yep.
type of movie. Like, this is perfect in my eyes. Like, I couldn't. She was one of the best parts.
Yeah, she
like
was.
that one scene where she carried Flash into the thunderstorm. Amazing.
Amazing.
Oh, that was
That was a
cool.
cool shot.
Favorite scene in the entire movie.
I was not expecting her to be the one carry him, or any relation to be for her to help him get his powers back. Didn't cross my mind at all. I thought they were gonna do the same thing on Flashpoint that he did like multiple times on the.
Well, he
chair.
did.
So he got it.
He tried.
We didn't get it there,
Twice,
but
yeah.
he went. I was cool. I liked that part. It's like, okay, you did this for me. I'm doing this for you now. It was a good bonding moment for them too. So, see, the movie has good stuff. So like this stuff, like little stuff. But
Yeah. And sometimes, and it is
Some,
important
some.
that
To an
we
extent.
kind of saw her rage in this movie,
Yeah.
because I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen films and projects where we see actors and actresses kind of like have some sort of rage, and it's horrible. I don't know if you guys seen Obi-Wan Kenobi with the main girl from Obi-Wan Kenobi, the main Rhea, but like
Rhea,
her
something like that.
rage is like every time it's so cringe. It's so cringe, and there's multiple actors and actresses out there that's like it hurts just seeing like
Red
it
Death?
hurts my eyes. Yeah, Red Death and in season 9 of Flash.
Oh God.
I stopped
Yeah.
watching that
You did
half a
not.
season of Red Flash of season 9 because of Red Death. It was so bad. So, but like she actually like you saw her upset or like mad, and it worked. It was like you kind of felt it, and I was like, that's what I want to see
Yeah.
when someone's getting some sort of negative emotion.
Rage. You felt her
Right.
rage
Yeah.
and agreed with her rage.
Exactly.
I was happy of the fighting. Like I needed some Superman fight in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like we got that, and it's like we haven't seen like what was the last time we saw Superman really fight? Man of Steel,
Man of Steel.
and not even Justice League because he's like in it for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, he just shows up at the very end.
At the very end, and it's very lame. It's like seeing a Superman fight. It was worth it. It was
It was good seeing like a little bit of an evil version of Superman. Like this is what they have the ability to
Yeah.
do if they have.
Do
the
you
range.
imagine?
So
Do you imagine
It's like
Henry
Injustice.
Cavill like this?
Oh, that'll be.
That would be
black
nuts.
suit?
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. An anti-hero, maybe, or just a super dark version.
Well, we can only
Did you-
we can
Wasn't
only
it an
dream.
Injustice, the
Yeah,
video game?
it was an injustice that he turns bad.
Yeah, I don't know if you all saw the animated movie on Justice. They do the same thing of the game that Superman turns quote unquote evil, and he just becomes this rageful Superman. But imagine that in live action with Henry Cavill. I would
who's
have
gonna
been
do
sick.
it first?
It would
Is
have.
Homelander gonna do
I was
something
gonna
like that?
Oh,
For the boys?
It literally
Or
is going to be a
we're see something
Homelander.
from James Gunn's universe. Who's gonna win?
Yep,
That would be cool.
Oh, that's a good debate.
that would be a good
Ooh.
one. Actually, I had that debate in my class yesterday. Was it yesterday? The day before.
Damn.
Because we always like write questions of the day, and someone said like, "What character would you be?" And someone put Homelander, and I was like, "Why would you not put Superman?" And then that got into a big debate. So, I think Superman would be Homelander. I don't know about you guys, but
Oh yeah.
to me, it's just
Yeah,
he's too
I can
easy.
see
He has
that.
more powers.
I mean,
Just say.
so far,
The kryptonite, though.
yeah, exactly. So far, Homelander has no weaknesses. So
Yeah,
far,
that we know.
Superman does.
Just trauma.
Yeah, a lot of trauma and mummy issues. Oh my god. Oh my god. First season was rough.
His
gosh.
weakness. His weakness is real muscles because he has muscles in his suit. Can confirm.
Oh, yeah.
He's a twig.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, talking about Homelander and the actor. Imagine him, be like all the rumors that were saying like he could be the reverse Flash. Imagine him showing
I heard
up
about
here as a reverse Flash. Dude, we see how evil
That
he
would-
is on Homelander. On
That
The
would be a
Boys.
terrifying reverse Flash.
Bro, imagine
it.
that.
I
That would have been
that would
sick
be
ass post credit scene.
terrifying.
That'd be horrible.
As a
But
reverse
I don't want
Flash.
him. I didn't want him to be in this because yet again we don't know if this universe is moving forward with James Gunn. So if they actually use him, I want him to be in a universe that's gonna continue using him.
Yeah.
So
100%.
so it's good and bad that we didn't get him. So
Yeah. And going into this, yeah, Kyle, what were you gonna say?
No, it was Zach. Yeah.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
so
do you
Zach.
guys think the reason why they didn't they didn't show the killer was to allegedly use it later on?
probably
Like,
I was
The whole
I was
the can
wondering
of
about
tomatoes
that.
had more screen time.
Yeah, for real. I think the tomatoes were the actual villain of the whole movie.
The tomatoes.
The tomatoes were the actual villain. I honestly thought like he will try to stop the guy from.
That's what I thought was
Whoever
gonna
killed
happen.
Or even get a glimpse.
Yeah, not even like the color of the lightning.
But we don't even know if it was Reverse Flash
You're right. It could have just been a normal guy.
because it could have been.
It's not confirmed.
Use your imagination. Imagination.
Could have been Dark Flash. This purple lightning came out of nowhere.
I thought when we were on the Speed Force, I don't know what the hell that was. When the evil Barry showed up, I thought it was Red Death. I mean, not Red Death. Dark Flash, because on season 3 of season
I thought it was
2 with
Savitar.
Zoom, it could have been Savitar.
Ooh,
But when Zoom
very similar.
when Zoom died, he became the Black Flash
Black
or whatever
Flash.
you want to call him. I thought it was him because like he is the person that stops Barry every time he does anything with time. So I was like, okay, first cameo, biggest cameo ever.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think
Disappointment.
I think the Funko Pop like revealed it's called they confirmed it's the was
Dark
it the,
Flash.
Just Dark Flash, yeah. But I just love in that scene he's fighting him, and then 2 seconds later he holds his hand out to him
It was.
to pick him up. Like, okay, 180.
We're
all right.
besties. No.
Yeah, pretty much.
I hate. Why? Why would you hype up this like villain and then not show him in the movie? I forgot. First off, halfway through the movie, I forgot he even existed, and then
Yeah.
like he had a nightmare at some point, and I was like, oh shit,
Yep.
he's still in the movie. I totally forgot.
That's still a villain.
And then,
you forgot
the
again.
end shows up. I'm like, oh, this is the big thing right here. Dies.
the plot twist.
2
where is it?
seconds
Yeah.
later. Okay, thanks for wasting my time. Tomatoes, the real villain.
Yeah. Yeah, Zod for all of the
Zod was
seconds he in the
shown
movie.
more than Dark
He was a
Flash.
Was he right? Was he a villain? Like,
No.
was he a villain to the movie? I
Dude,
think
Michael Shannon said it took him weeks to film the footage for this movie, whereas like in Man of Steel it took him like a year.
Nice. That's crazy.
What? It's like,
But
you could have just
You
reused.
coulda
the scenes
reused the
probably
scene.
from Man of Steel.
probably.
Probably.
I mean, why not? Just like they have the technology, quote unquote. of like
Technology.
yeah, like CGIing a bad Supergirl and flying around and kicking his ass. Like they did it with the babies. Why not do it with them? Like
They have the technology.
yeah, quote unquote.
They had the technology. Yeah.
So,
I will give some props though. I thought both berries next to each other throughout the whole movie did look pretty well done.
Yeah,
like,
that's CGI.
Yeah,
I agree.
Props to that.
I don't think they ever really mashed at all, or one looked different than the other. I thought both of them together on screen looked fairly decent, and that's probably where most of the CGI money went to.
Honestly, you're probably right. It's hard to do to do that.
Oh yeah,
it's hard. I remember what was it, Moon Knight, because it's Oscar Isaac, and I I was learning about how they created like that type of CGI, and it's difficult. So I would imagine, I guess, in a movie like this, that a lot of their money went towards that.
Yeah, you practically either have to shoot two scenes exactly the same, or you mask every frame by frame, and if you do that's insane.
That's a lot.
That's so much.
That's a lot. I think it's easier just to shoot the scene multiple times because one of the actors is dead already. Just put a stand-in for the younger self, and then record the adult, and then just swap. I think that's much easier for editing and time and budget because you have the actor there already. So, yeah.
But it wasn't a
I wanna
terrible
give props to Ezra
film.
for doing that.
I know we're bashing on it. What?
I was gonna say, do we want to give props to Ezra being able to do all that?
He was fine.
Okay, honestly, the whole movie, there was like any quote that was in the movie, I was just thinking about like some stupid meme of like how it relates to Ezra's allegations.
Dude, I thought the same thing. Every time he gets mad, like every time he got mad, it's like, here we go. This is how he did it on Hawaii. Exactly, he did it on Hawaii with the lady. Like, he's gonna start choking him. I thought it was the same thing. It's
like there was so many parts where I'm just thinking about him in Hawaii, and I was like, oh, yep, sure, let's go with that one.
They had the chance to have younger Barry choke the woman Kryptonian girl.
Dude.
Oh, they should have.
No.
The memes that would have been made from that would have been fucking fantastic.
No. that would have been nuts. That would have been too funny. Well, in the beginning when the girl was screaming when he was like about to run, I was just like, "Yep, that's how they were in Hawaii."
By the way, she chucked that baby outside of the window.
yeah,
Did you see her? She was like,
Oh, she's like, "Yeet."
So, F this baby.
and then like for like a second after she does like there's a scene of like her trying to grab the baby. It's like we saw you do what you did. Like don't try to save it now. Like yeah, that's pretty bad.
But Batman was cool.
Batman was cool. Michael Keaton killed it, and I actually like because I saw I never seen the Michael Keaton movies before until like it was announced that Michael Keaton was in this movie. It's like, okay, I gotta see it. I gotta see what's the hype about. Movies were great. The only thing I didn't like is his suit. He was every time he turned his whole body, and every time he looked up, it's like it was very, very distracting and funny at the same time. But in this movie, they actually improved that. It wasn't really that. If they didn't, it was very improved. Like Michael Keaton do this and do that, and every fight scene that he was in, he did.
When he was fighting the two berries, it actually it was pretty good.
It looked pretty cool.
I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool.
I loved this scene when he was flying down, swooped in on a guy.
Yes.
Freaking
When they went
awesome.
to like that cold place, Russia was it? I don't know.
Yeah,
Siberia.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, that was a cool scene.
Then he just
Did we like him? Did we like him fighting in the daylight with the whole scene with Supergirl and all them?
With like the big guy.
The big guy, yeah. Or like in general, since that whole scene was in daylight, you know how we always
Right.
think Batman's always in dark is when we fight.
Well, I mean, he
This
was
is kinda like-
helping them, but so like,
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily have a problem with it, but it was different.
It was different. Yeah, it was different.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It
It's
was-
different seeing Batman fight in
In daytime,
daylight.
yeah. Even because even on the Justice League,
It's like
with
red
Zack
skies
Snyder,
or something.
Yeah, it's like really cloudy and stuff like that. It's like bright as how it's in the movie. So it's like, oh, that's Batman. You can spot it from like a mile away. That's him right there.
Well,
That's
even
not like how
Batman in the
usually
beginning
it's
with Ben Affleck, that was in daylight too.
but it wasn't.
was,
but it
yeah.
wasn't so bright.
It wasn't
Like
so
how
sunny.
the-
Yeah.
It was so cloudy.
It was so. It was Gotham. So Gotham. For some reason, there's no sun in Gotham. It's always cloudy in Gotham.
Well,
So-
no, it was Metropolis.
No, it was in Gotham. You
When
see
he was
when
fighting,
Barry-
when he was
hospital.
fighting with all those supervillains. I mean, when he was fighting with Zod,
Batman.
that wasn't
No,
Metropolis.
not
Oh no,
no.
this is Ben Affleck.
Oh,
we're
we're
talking
talking,
about
I
Ben
thought you
Affleck.
guys. I thought we were talking about Michael Keaton.
No, bro. Wrong Batman, bro.
I was switching between the
Too many
two.
Batmans.
Yeah.
I thought you were switching
mean,
with
there-
me, but you stayed on Ben Affleck.
There's like 5 of them in this movie anyway.
You're right.
Yeah.
How do you keep track?
Let's talk about. I want to hear your guys' opinion on one. Well, I'll just stick with this question. Do you think Ezra Miller stays as the Flash?
I think he did a decent job in
I don't think he did bad.
like outside
It wasn't
outside
terrible.
of his allegations in the real world. I wouldn't mind seeing him again and with a better director and better writing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no way they're gonna keep him on hand. I don't see that happening at all.
Yeah.
And
Like, if I didn't put the allegations in my head and just saw him only acting in this movie, then possibly.
Yeah.
But
Like a huge
the
maybe.
allegations overtake it.
Yeah. Like why okay, so this is my problem. And I don't know if you guys feel the same way with the recent news of Namor doing the allegation of Salt. And also with Kang, I forgot
Jonathan
his name.
Majors.
With
Jonathan
Jonathan Majors.
Majors.
He did the same thing though. Ezra Miller
he
did it multiple times, and there's actually proof of him doing it. Allegations, it could be yes or no. We don't know yet until they do the verdict and whatever. But so far, they haven't find them guilty. But this dude is guilty. He did it, and
He did shit.
He did.
went to jail.
and they still keep him. That's like I don't get it. Still, I don't.
He was
I don't know why.
he
but-
was he was rampaging through Hawaii for like a week, like because there was like 3 different charges, like each day was
Yeah.
Yeah,
something
each
different.
week.
It was. I saw if they do keep him, I think it will be a huge slap to the fans who really care about Ezra. I'm not Ezra. Henry, Ben, Gal Gadot, and even
Ray Fisher?
Aquaman.
Oh.
Ray Fisher. People don't care about Ray Fisher no more.
Oh my gosh.
Like, he buried his own grave when he started blaming
Yeah,
Josh Whedon
Warner
for
Brothers.
stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know how you guys feel about that specifically, or like that topic. But like, I think it's like, I think it's a huge slap in the face if they do keep him.
I'm pretty sure the director has come out and said they plan to keep him, which I think is funny because the director has no.
He
say.
said, yeah, he said if they do a sequel, they'll keep him. But that's also if it's a sequel, which it's not going to be a sequel because it's not going to be connected. So I don't know. Play on words, but
I don't know.
This movie is performing very badly
Yeah,
too.
I was
It
gonna
is.
ask-
Yeah,
What
it's
I've
bad.
seen.
it performed
gonna ask you that right now.
horrible in the preview box office for Thursday. Obviously, today's Friday, so we don't really know how it's going to do over the weekend and how it's doing unofficial opening night, which whatever. But I hate that term. But so I believe it was either Spider-Verse or Transformers. It might have even been both of them that performed better on Thursday than The Flash, which is not good.
I don't blame that.
However, audience reviews on Rotten Tomatoes is actually kind of good. It's like what, 87% or something like that.
86.
86%.
80.
So,
That's wild.
which is interesting because I personally, me and Messi personally have seen lots of reviews that are like very mixed. Which, Messi, what were you, tell them what you told me last night about when you were walking out of the theater.
Oh, Okay, so my theater experience was very mixed. So so I go by myself. I'm a loner in the theater. I have to like,
No,
I, yeah, I have to be by
here for
myself.
it, respect it.
Yeah, and I always pick the same seat because I go to the same theater. I love the theater. I
Pick
always
the same
seat.
Nice.
I know
gosh.
my
Okay,
seat.
love that.
J13. That's my
hilarious.
seat. I always get.
Jason.
Yo,
And on my right
I
side,
love this.
this
My
man
right
has the
side-
same seat. I did not know that. That's
bro,
crazy.
on my right side was happy for everything. Doesn't matter. Astro couldn't walk. People were cheering. My left side was dead silent. Doesn't matter what happened on the screen. Silent. And while I was walking out, the movie was over. The cameo ended. I mean, the post-credit scene ended. Nobody was happy about that. Everybody was like talking crap about it. But people were giving it 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Who? What?
There's people.
Are they okay?
Because again, I'm by myself. I always like to hear other people's talking about the movie. So like this, everybody's chattering, whatever, waiting for the end credit, and people were debating if the movie was either a 10 or an 8. What,
14 through 20, man.
bro?
They need mental
That's
health.
some different shit.
No, Bessie said, what'd you say? You said, did we watch the same movie?
Yeah, I was like, did we watch? Like, literally, like, did we see the same thing? Like, you can't beat that slow or that not noticeable to a movie, which we are in like the best era of movies in the sense that we have the best CGI, the best technology of a movie. You cannot tell me this being a baby scene, seeing it as a PS1 CGI, saying this is 10 out of 10. Like, dude, are you serious? But yeah,
They
that was
haven't
my
seen a movie
experience.
since
Lies.
I was
the
gonna say,
80s.
These are Snyder fans, more likely. And we all know the Snyder fans
They're crazy.
don't really care how comic accurate everything is based on their universe. So that's what's pulling in their a little money, their high audience rating or whatever. This is the Snyder fans.
Yeah, I have. We have a friend. He is a hardcore Zack Snyder fan. He will suck every single hair of that guy. That's how serious it is. That's how serious he is about Zack Snyder. He loves everything that guy does, and doesn't matter how good the movie is or how bad the movie is. If it's in the same universe as Zack Snyder, it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Did he like Army of the Dead?
Yep. And he liked
Of course.
and he loves the sequel. I mean the prequel to that movie too.
Oh, the Army of Thieves?
Yeah. He loves everything.
What?
He loves 300. The movie after 300.
300,
The Ronin.
400,
Like all the movies that
500.
Zack Snyder have done. He loves the movies for some reason. I don't think Zack Snyder. He's a good director. Don't get me wrong, but he's a
He
great.
has his perks.
I
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah.
revolutionary.
Yeah.
He's not Christopher Nolan. He's not Steven Spielberg. He's not
yeah,
revolutionary.
he needs to like. He needs to calm down.
James Cameron, no.
James
He needs
Cameron.
reality
Even
stuff.
James
He
Gunn
does
is
need a
doing
reality.
some crazy good stuff.
He got the Oscar win, man, and everything's going crazy with him. Remember that? The fan voting?
The fan voting Oscar.
Oh, God. Oh yeah. Was
Yeah.
that like 2 years ago?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
No Way
yeah.
Home. I remember they were going against No Way Home, and people were mad about that. People were so
I remember
livid. Oh my god, that was just a crazy night.
Flash scene beating the Endgame portal scene.
That-
It
I
beat
think you texted me that, Zach,
beat-
when it happened to you.
it beat Endgame, and it beat No Way Home.
Somehow.
Somehow. Don't get me
Snyder
wrong.
fans are toxic.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It was a pretty cool scene. Imagine seeing that
What?
scene on the big screen, but it's not as big as No Way Home. It's come on, seeing Andrew and Toby back
And it's definitely not as big as the portal scene of
on your
Endgame.
left. That's like iconic already. On your left, and you see the portal coming in. Like, no, you can't.
You
You
can't beat
You
that.
can't beat that. And people were mad about that. I mean, like, just let him have it. It's the only good thing that's gonna happen to him with anything good. But I don't know if you guys saw that he's doing like a Star Wars type of thing on Netflix.
Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon.
Oh, mhm.
So far, that looks pretty cool from the scenes that we have seen. Hopefully that works out for him. I guess the superhero stuff is not, but
Yeah, he pitched that to Disney, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did.
He wanted it to be Star Wars.
He
and
did.
They said no.
They said no. Yeah, it's before Disney bought Lucasfilms, and they scrapped every single project. And he was one of the projects that got scrapped. So that's why he's like, y'all know my script? I'll do my own thing with Netflix. So I guess Netflix is his new ride or die studio.
What do you guys think, aside from visually seeing this movie, if you had just, they put the script right in front of you and you read it front to back, what do you actually think of the script?
Nothing
special compared to like Flashpoint Paradox. If I were to
I
compare it
agree.
to that,
It was.
yeah.
I just hate that this was associated with Flashpoint because
It's not.
Flashpoint.
It's not. And I
You
hate
need the
that I
Flashpoint.
watched the animated movie right beforehand. It makes me hate it even more. And I hate that I watched Spider-Man a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. It makes me hate it even more. Oh my gosh.
You're riding that high.
I was riding a high, and then I fell on my face. It was horrible.
I think it's a really interesting concept of like having an alternate Barry. It's just they focused way too much on him, and then when it came down to like the dramatic moments of him needing to fix everything, to experiencing that kind of trauma or whatnot, like it just fell flat. Like I felt like on paper that could have done decent if it was just fleshed out a lot more, but we didn't. We didn't see like that Dark Flash. He was on screen for what, like 2 minutes? Like we should have seen him broken, an utter defeat, traumatized. That he was not. It was just they had the chance. I think
They
just
did.
fumbled
They
it quite a
funneled the
bit.
bag,
don't
but we
think there
did
was
get
much
some
conflict.
good moments. Like I personally thought that all the moments between Barry and his mom were very good, and
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
definitely.
both with young Barry and older Barry. I thought any moment that it was like interaction with him and his mom, I thought that was pretty good. Him and his dad, even though they were not there many scenes together, I thought those were done pretty good. So as far as like, I guess, heartfelt moments, I think those were done pretty good. But
And they made it Spanish. I didn't know Flash was Spanish at all.
yeah, they went from
Eating spaghetti.
Yeah.
eating spaghetti. I did okay, it was weird, kind of weird to see in the big screen, but I did kind of like how he needed to have like this crazy calorie count, because in the CW
Yeah.
Flash, it's the
Oh,
same
yeah.
way. We just don't necessarily see it portrayed, but they did touch on it here, like now and then. Here, we're kind of like, this is centered on him, and we kind of see things as if we were in his shoes, or we were like next to him. So he's like, dude, I need my stuff, like I need food, type of thing. And I feel like in a reality sense, if someone were to get some sort his powers, they would be kind of like that. So I kind of like that idea. It was a little weird to see it because, like, I don't know, some guy just stuffing his face with spaghetti, and always had like stuff around his mouth. But
The schmutz
yeah,
on his face.
like it was
Very
it was
aggressive.
disgusting. But
It's like you're a kid. Like you're an 18-year-old. Like, come on. Well, then again, this 18-year-old, we don't know how he's reacting.
exactly.
Facts.
The fact that he was choosing the snack machine over the baby, that was pretty funny.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was.
I guess there are some parts with the comedy that landed, and
I think there were
some
parts that
cringe-
landed.
cringe moments.
But there was
Yeah.
so many parts that didn't land, that is what led to this just being like a movie.
Movie, yeah.
What is your
like
overall
80.
ratings for this movie?
Ooh,
Ooh.
what are we doing?
Oh, out of 10. Sorry,
Six out of-
I'm not
out of 10?
saying on an
Okay.
A to Z scale or a 1 to 5 scale. I asked that last time with some other guests that we had, and they're like, "What scale are we using it?" To me, I just always use out of 10. So I was like,
Assume out
Yeah.
of 10. Yeah. Probably same with you, Messi. Probably about a 6.
Yeah,
Maybe
I would say
5.5.
a solid 6. I think I gave it a 3.5.
Oh my God.
On Letterboxd, but I think probably more. Yeah, 6 out of 10. for
I
sure.
gave it a 6 as well. It was just it
It was done.
To me,
That's
a
all I can
7
say.
is a good movie, and a 6 is an okay movie, and there's like that in between. Arguably, you could make it a 6.5, but it's not a good movie, so I can't. I can't make it a. I can't make it a 7.
If I had a beer.
Yeah,
give me
Without
give
the
me a little bit of
allegations.
alcohol, and without the allegations, it goes up half a point. Only half.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how you guys feel like every time you see a movie for the first time, and then you get that high of the movie, and then you see it again, and it's like not the same feeling of it. So like a perfect example for me and Denny is when we saw Black Adam, we gave it like a higher rating, and then we saw it again. It's like why do
Really?
we?
No, it
give
wasn't
this
Black. Well,
high?
it was Black Adam, but it was also Thor: Love and Thunder.
Thor: Love and Thunder was another one that was
Okay.
like, oh my god, this movie is like better than the third one.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we saw it again, and then same thing. So we're learning to not use our emotions more for a rating, because then when we saw it again, is not.
I went
it is.
with my friend to the theater, and I told him as soon as the credits started rolling, I told him I am usually like overly too high of a rating. Well, my first time seeing it, and then it goes down. The fact that I'm giving this a 6 to a 6.5 right now is not a good thing. Either that, or it just means I went back down to reality, and I'm giving it its actual score. But I was like, yikes! If I watched it again, there's a possibility it could go down more than what I originally gave.
Mine, I gave it a 7. I walked out of the theater. It's like, okay, this is a 7. I called.
You're
Danny
right. You
after
did.
the
You told
movie.
me it was a 7, and then
7.
later today.
I got home that night, yesterday, and I don't know, I saw so many reviews of people talking about the movie. It's like, wait, that's true, and then that's true, and then that's true. It's like, shit, this movie really sucks. It's like, like realization of it is like, okay, like let me actually analyze the movie, and then I was like, okay, let me step it down.
It's
a
because
little
you
bit,
were in
maybe
that
more realistic of
J13
it.
side that you,
Yeah,
you were
I'm
hearing,
telling you.
you were hearing the other side of the crowd too much.
J13 and up.
I'm telling you, that J13 is like the perfect spot, because you're not too high, not too low, and the person in front of you is not like,
okay.
you don't see him at all, the person in front of you. So it's like you see only the screen. So it's like the perfect seat. I love that seat. Every time. I've seen every movie there.
I feel like it's too easy to get caught up in the hype.
Yeah,
Like opening,
exactly.
and with the crowds too. If you're seeing these movies Thursday nights, sometimes you're gonna get good crowds. Lately, our Thursday night premieres have been dog shit.
Really?
It's been so bad.
Spider-Verse, we had
I'm so-
Spider-Verse. We had such a bad experience, and then last night we also had
For
a pretty bad
Spider-Verse, really?
Oh.
and that was IMAX too.
Oh,
That was
Yeah,
God.
it pissed us off. It made Zach. I know it made Zach when he watched it, like tinkered this movie down to like where it was so nitpicky. But I'm like, I told him like,
God.
I think it was just the experience from that. So
yeah.
we
For me,
watched it.
I lowered Spider-Verse pretty low.
Really?
Initially, because I was
did?
just so.
You were just so
the person next
enraged.
to me was. Yeah, he was so obnoxiously laughing at the stupidest things in the world. So it's just taking me out of the movie entirely. I couldn't enjoy it. So then when I rewatched it again Saturday, like a day later, I loved it. So just dumb stuff like that. People need to chill at the movie.
People need
theaters.
to
We're
chill.
all there to.
People do need to
Yeah.
chill. Like, I paid to be here. I like, come on. Be respectful. Obviously, cheer for the cheer moments, laugh for the laughing moments, for the funny moments. But come on,
Don't be
Don't be that
obnoxious. Yeah.
don't be that guy.
Theater experience
dramatic
matters.
scene.
That's part of why you go to a theater, because it matters. And crowds are part of that theater experience. I remember first time I watched No Way Home, ass. It was just straight up booty cheeks. I mean, we're talking like Andrew showed up and I was the only one cheering. This was Thursday night. I was the only one cheering. I was like, what the is wrong with you? Like, I was about to pick up the person next to me and body slam him and tell him to start cheering. I don't know what I was going to do. I was so mad. But then I watched it a second time and people started cheering. And I was like, it felt like, you know, how it's supposed to feel like. So, theater experience matters.
consistent.
Yeah, it's not consistent at all. It just like depends on the crowd. It depends on
I
the
go
day.
into a movie.
It's the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I go in, I'm like, oh, this could be a great crowd. Nothing. They don't do anything. And then, like,
I will say my crowd
never
for
gonna get that
Endgame
Endgame
was
level.
amazing crowd. I'll never forget that crowd. I'm so thankful for the crowd. I'm sure it was like that everywhere, honestly. But
Yeah.
People didn't stop clapping. Like, people were clapping when Peter Quill was wild. That's how I knew I had a good crowd. Everyone was just going nuts.
we'll never get that high.
And it's so funny for Charlie Cox for the No Way Home.
Silent.
Like when he appeared, he went to the theater, and it was so.
Oh yeah.
It was
so
silent
sad.
for him. That's so sad. But my theater was hyped. I saw Daredevil. I saw the Cane. I started screaming. I didn't see anything else. I saw the Cane. It's like, yeah, let's go. Like, it was.
We knew it was coming. We knew it.
Yeah.
So
Such a good moment.
obviously we're reliving our past because Flash sucks. So
We gotta fill the
You
gap
gotta-
from like what was making us happy. for
exactly.
movies.
So the Flash is most of us gave it a 6 out of 10 because it's just it's a popcorn movie. Would I watch it again? Probably not. At least not in
free.
theater. Yeah, at least not in theaters.
I'm Max.
When I'm watching, cleaning the theater, cleaning my room.
Yeah, in the background. But then even in the background, I don't want to
background
hear. So maybe I wouldn't watch it in the background because I don't want to hear that.
I'd be like, Justin Bieber's here?
Oh my gosh. So yeah, Flash 6 out of 10 is we do have a not future movie, Secret Invasion. I was going to start to say Secret Wars, Secret Invasion coming next week. That's going to be exciting. However, we heard some interesting review. What was it? You said messy. You told me something. I don't remember what it was.
So far the reviews are mixed. So far, I think.
Whoa.
I think.
Oh, I
so
remember.
far-
You said it was the lowest scored Marvel
Rotten
TV
Tomatoes.
show on
Yeah.
Rotten
Oh,
Tomatoes.
really?
Which was
What?
interesting because
That's
that was actually
scary.
really hyped for Secret Invasion. I thought it'd be one of the best, if not the best, Marvel TV show. So the fact that it's not getting good reviews, kind of.
Right now, it's at 69%.
You're breaking my heart.
Do you think because they're worried from the previous Marvel TV shows like Miss Marvel and She-Hulk that they're thinking that's the expectation?
Probably.
It could be.
But it's it's a spy show. There's not a lot of CGI
Espionage.
in this because on She-Hulk was CGI all the way. Ms. Marvel as well. And they did bad on those two shows. Come on. But in here, I think the only CGI
Is
stuff that you
Skrulls.
gotta do is the scrolls, and that's makeup.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah,
True. Yeah.
practical.
yeah. So come on. I think it's a fan thing too. We're spoiled.
Yeah, definitely.
We're spoiled in a sense we want certain things in the way that we want it, and when we don't get it, we give crappy scores like this.
I'm gonna disagree. We are not spoiled anymore.
Yeah.
We used to be
2017 through 2018, 2019, amazing. Now we get Thor: Love and Thunder. We get the Flash. We get She-Hulk.
Or you
What's
could
gonna happen in
say
the next 2
you
years?
could say that we are spoiled. It's because of the amount of
Guardians.
content that we're getting. It's just the quality of the content is straight cheeks. So
Quality or quantity?
definitely quality.
I blame Disney Plus.
True.
Ooh, really?
Yeah,
I blame Disney Plus.
I can see
It's
it.
because Disney Plus, when Disney Plus came out, what was the only thing there? Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
That's it.
Yeah. Till then.
That's it. And
The WandaVision.
WandaVision, and then boom, a bunch of shit came after that. And then every show that came after it significantly decreased the quality of it. Because WandaVision was awesome, CGI wise,
Oh yeah,
Amazing.
definitely.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
beautiful. And
Better
then
than the Flash.
100%. And then Falcon and the Winter Soldier came around. There's not a CGI on it, but it was still pretty good. His wings
wasn't.
flying.
Terrible.
Oh yeah.
Good.
It was manageable.
Yeah, Loki came around after. Awesome. One of the best shows. And then after that, it went to shit.
Whoa! Moon Knight.
Well, Hawkeye's
Moon Knight
Hawkeye's
is good.
You guys like
good.
Hawkeye?
Hawkeye's good.
You guys like Hawkeye?
I liked
Oh, yeah.
it.
I love
Okay,
Hawkeye.
okay.
I
Interesting.
rewatched
It's
It's a
Hawkeye
nice
twice.
Christmas thing. Yeah,
That's interesting. No,
Okay.
It's like Home Alone.
no, Hawkeye.
Okay.
I rewatched Hawkeye at some point, and I liked it better the second time than the first time. I will admit that.
Yeah,
First time watching, I was like, this is kind of blows, but the second time I actually liked it. I liked it more. Before we go any further, I don't even know if we have any further stuff to say, but I need to hear your opinions on Moon Knight.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so,
Except the ending fight scene. I will say.
Okay,
that.
I can agree with that.
That's the only.
The kaiju fight.
The kaiju fight, which is not even a kaiju fight. It's just. A
I love
stupid
Moon
thing.
Knight, but Messi's a Moon Knight hater, so
I hate that they make us cheer for Khonshu. He's a freaking villain. Like, he's not a good guy. So why should we be cheering for him?
it's true.
We like anti-heroes.
Yeah,
don't
we like anti.
He's not a hero, though.
anti-hero.
He's not even close to doing like hero things. Let's lock up Jake. What is it, Jake Lockheed for like the entire
Yeah.
show? Yeah, and use him for whenever we want. I don't know.
I don't know. So yeah,
This guy gets it.
no,
gets it there.
Kyle gets it. That's all we need to know. All we need to know. So this is basically the end of our show as we talked about this crap movie and then relived our past with better movies. Maybe what's the next? Oh God, the Marvels. Never mind. I was gonna say Aquaman. Never mind. Let's just all go into an ice chamber, sleep coma, and then we'll wake up next year.
In March 29, 2024, where we can watch Spider-Verse Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
That's
Hell
all I
yeah.
care
Actually,
about
it's getting delayed. So
Shh, don't say that.
Did that just drop?
I think it got confirmed. Like
Not yet.
it didn't get confirmed.
I haven't.
It's happening soon.
I haven't heard the.
It's gonna hit us in
it'll
a,
be
in,
delayed.
in a sec, yeah.
It'll be.
I
Delayed.
mean, we got so many delays.
I'll sleep longer.
Yeah, for real. We got so many delays with Marvel right now with the writer's strike going on right now. So like, I won't be
Oh,
surprised if they push it back. Because they talk about Spider-Man
They did it
4 and
before.
all stuff like yeah.
This is the year for non-comic book movies.
I'm here for it. We need a break.
It's a break.
As
yeah.
if COVID wasn't a break enough, but we.
Oppenheimer, Barbie,
Barbie.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible,
Asteroid
Teenage
City.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage. Okay,
I am pumped for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The animation looks so clean.
Yeah,
It looks similar to Across the Spider-Verse.
which
Yeah.
is why it looks
So
clean.
part of-
That's why I love it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's gonna be a summer's taking my money, but not for Marvel reasons or comic book movie reasons, unfortunately. But anyways, this wraps our show. So basically, we're just gonna have you guys have the floor to kind of say your socials. If you guys want to shout out your personal socials, or you don't want creeps following you guys, I understand that. We get creeps every day following us, which is weird. Or you could talk more about your podcast, whatever it is. Yeah, stalkers request to follow us. Oh, not stalkers. What are they? Porn stars. They request to follow us
Porn
all the
stars,
time.
yeah.
Porn stars? Nice.
Groupie.
All right. Since I pretty much wrap up our podcast and our side, follow us at Spotify at the Nerddosepodcast. Our Instagram as well, same name. And we do have a TikTok as well that Zach has been working super hard on. So please follow our TikToks as well. We want to become TikTok famous if we can. I know. It's a weird battle we have with TikTok.
such a grind.
It's a grind.
Trust me.
It's
It
a
is.
grind with
I know.
all the
It's
social
so
media.
bad. The algorithms change so much.
Yeah, their algorithm's
Sorry.
ass.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Definitely. And yeah, give us 5 stars on Spotify. And same thing to the Unqualified Heroes. Please give them 5 stars. They are awesome. And we thank them so much for inviting us to their awesome podcast.
It's a blast.
I guess I always go first. So you can find me at Danny42. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. If you're not watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you can see it. Well, you don't have to hit the subscribe button to see it, but it would be cool. You can follow me
Yeah, you
at
have to subscribe to see
Danny42.
it.
You please don't be a weirdo. If you are, follow Messi instead. Yeah, Messi.
All right, yep. You can follow me at messy.17_ on Instagram. But if you don't want to follow us individually, you can always follow us on Unqualified Heroes on Instagram, Snapchat. Nope, psych. We're not little girls no more. Instagram.
No
YouTube,
more. Are you
Spotify,
implying we
and
were
Apple
little
Podcasts.
girls?
No comment. And I want to say thank you guys for being here. It's a pleasure talking about the horrible movie that The Flash was. The biggest disappointment 2023.
Damn.
Perhaps.
You're not wrong. Well, it's
up
only
there.
halfway. We're only halfway
So
through the
far.
year,
Yeah,
so
we'll see. But it was a pleasure. Hopefully we do this again. And
Follow
That's it.
Nerddosepodcast. They're the stuff. Unqualified Heroes! Oh!